Let's see if this resumes on YouTube on the same stream. Does it? Uh, hey, there it is. Share. And then let's do a quick reboot. Where are you? Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, why does it give me this window here? What am I supposed to do with this? This, oh, I'm streaming, that's all. Cool. So it's RB3. Now if I SSH into it, um, that works. So I'll exit from here, power this off, um, and then I will proceed to add it to the shelf so that I can cool it properly. And stop screen sharing for a second. So I'll have to set up a fan. Here's a big ass fan, that's what I'm going to use. Of course with air filter so that it doesn't get all dirty. Um, It's a fairly sensitive code. Okay. There's a filter. Might as well just screenshot for the time being so that everyone can see. Grab. You know what? I've got here for now. Just do this. Because I've got another idea. And I'm going to start this with the high key. That's set up. Let's wait for it to come up. I think that's up. So, um, right. Sudo apt install boink client. Yes. And sudo apt nano etc var lib boink just add then go to GUI auth and add password. And then sudo system So, and hopefully now it should be possible to just go here, new Boink Manager, right in RV3 and uh, and okay, and let's see. Nope. Just it's running. Says there's no password in the GUI RPC auth file, which there is. Okay. There are two files here. Oh, that's all. Then. All right, let's see. Select computer, hostname RP3. And there we go. Let's see if that works. Nope. What was the ID? And we have liftoff. Transfers, not showing anything, but it's project initialization. I think it just did a quick benchmark, like the Boink client itself. I will be interested in seeing what the temperatures are on this board because, well, I hope they're not too high. It's a very good performing board. And there are the transfers. Yep, just wait and watch, I guess. There's one, and others will follow suit. All right, so should we stop here? That's the question. Or should I add at least one more board? Still just one. Hey Ed, this is live streamed, so just informing you beforehand. I also cannot hear anything, so that might either be my issue or you.
I haven't said
Oh,
anything yet.
oh okay.
This looks good.
Yeah. So it's being live streamed just in case.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so this one's running on the RB3, which is the 845 one,
Okay. 4 gig
and
of
we have
RAM,
yeah
8 cores.
mhm,
Is it going to
four
use
or
more RAM than that, or is it about half a gig of RAM, quarter of a gig of
uh,
RAM per each?
yeah, that's about it. So it might go up to three because the Seattle I have running goes to three. So this is running on the Seattle. It's actually almost done. It finished its first run. It's on its second
Oh,
tests. So you can see here these say RB tests. So these are just test ones, and I think the one above them are actual
are
um,
real.
are real, but they have been previously uh, computed. So again, this is on their test server.
Got it. This is
And
on Ralph, right? Not Rosetta.
yeah, yeah. And David is joining in about 2 minutes. So I
Okay.
think he'll. I've only done it through the GUI setup. So David might be able to walk you through the command line instructions that you require for Ampere.
Okay. So you start with Boink, and then you.
Yeah. So Boink installation is pretty easy. So
Yeah.
whatever you're running apt-get Boink client,
Right.
and from there you can either just use Boink CMD, or you can edit a couple of files, which is giving um, your host machines the like your for example your laptop's IP address and a login password, and then from your laptop you download a Boink manager on your laptop, install it, and then from there you can connect it to your Ampere
Got it.
using the password and the IP. So a couple of options there.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, let's look at the temps on this one because so see, it's running out of memory even here. But since we have so much, I might just be able to. Um,
Waiting for memory. Oh, so it's got. Oh, you can tweak that.
mhm. I can set that to 90, or let's say 80, just to play safe because there's
Yep.
no swap.
And it's got 6 of them going. Does Boink take up a core just to manage it?
No.
Oh, okay. And is it on essentially a one task per core? Is that about
Yeah.
the?
Yeah. So the tasks themselves are multi-threaded.
Okay. So this would be a very interesting thing to run on the 96 core ThunderX.
Yes. Because then it will be one task per thread, so four tasks per core
Right.
on that setup. And yeah. So I think it might run better because there's no inter-process communication, so it will be limited by the SMT cache speed, um,
Right.
and latency in that end, but not different threads of the same task trying to communicate together, and then they being on a separate node on a separate memory channel, and then you have that
Right.
latency of the memory location as well,
Right.
the physical RAM location. So that won't be in play.
That won't be in play. And how long does a single task take? On the order of half an hour on this machine?
Half an hour per task.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying. I have noticed that it's not very accurate.
Yeah.
Um, because it might not be differentiating between the A53 and the A72 cores.
Oh,
So
sure.
yeah, so it might be like saying half an hour according to the A53 cores, but on the A72 it's just finishing much faster.
Right.
So let's see how hot things are getting. Thermal sys plus 10 thermals. Yep, that's the issue with Qualcomm stuff. They have so many temperature zones.
Oh, sure.
So anywhere between 70 to
81
50s.
is a peak there.
Uh, wow. Okay,
No.
that's pretty high. Um, than
How?
like a local.
What temp is ambient in your room?
Must be around 27, 28
Okay.
Celsius.
Yeah. So this is as much as 48 above ambient.
Mm-hmm.
And have you noticed any throttling of any sort?
Yeah, that's what I'm checking because on the other boards, they are not that powerful.
Right.
So I'm just checking that current
Current frequency?
state. Yeah. And yep, that seems to be pinned.
Yeah.
So 1.7 on the A53s and 2.6 on the A72s.
That's
So
pretty
the
reasonable.
yeah, so the A72s are the fastest core I have in house right now.
Yeah. What is the RB3?
Qualcomm 845
And what is what is RB? Is it a,
robotics platform, third
ah,
gen.
gotcha. Yeah, this would be a good one to spin up basically on every system I can get my hands on and just compare and just see.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I made a spam bot a moderator.
Oh no,
Uh, what user?
undo that.
Did you join the last open house? I don't
I
remember.
did not join open hours, but
Sure.
I saw the channel. Which channel was it?
The open house channel, or
I saw the Crunch on Arm channel.
oh yeah. No, we were on the open house channel and it got um got overtaken by the spammers that like
Oh
Luxenon
no, I'm
had
sorry.
did once. Yeah.
Yeah.
and we had to add a password and stuff.
Yeah.
So even with 80% memory, it's still on one of the cores. It's waiting for memory.
Okay. So you got one idle core that'll do your HTOP
Mm,
on.
yeah, sure.
Actually, that might not actually be bad to have it
Yeah, yeah,
have one core that's always like not hot.
yeah.
Um, I don't know if it'll cycle through cores. I mean, yeah,
It
it did.
does. It does. Yeah.
Yeah, thrashing a little bit.
Hmm. I mean, it's fine. It will
Can
still
you
be
pin?
much
Can you
faster.
pin something to a core? Would that make sense?
I don't think you can do it through Boink, um, but I think from the Linux command line you can. But I usually don't. I use the
You
I
let the
have
scheduler do its thing.
yeah I have completely blind faith on the scheduler for some reason,
Yeah.
and I've never messed with that area. I mean, we
Yeah.
had to do it once for a for the AutoWare stuff
Hmm.
because the ROS platform was having trouble when it ran on the A53 cores. It wouldn't work that well.
Okay.
But so I asked Survando to actually pin it to the A73 cores and try that, and that worked fine.
Okay. Hey, David.
Hey, David's here.
Hey, sorry, took me a little longer than expected.
No
No
worries. We are
worries.
live on YouTube now as well. So just
Okay, no worries. Yeah, Sahaj and I have been on YouTube for the better part of 12 hours, so that's okay. We've been
apply that
streaming.
filter.
This is session 3, at least for me. I can't speak for Sahaj, but
Yeah.
so no worries.
So Sahaj, David, it would be really cool if we could get the instructions for setting this up to a point where I could automate all of it and just have it turn on and have it do its thing.
Well, so it's funny that you say that because I was also thinking the same thing. Mine, however, my use case, sorry, I'm plugging in. Oh,
Sure.
wait, camera's not even turned on. Didn't realize my camera wasn't even turned on. So mine is because I want to put it into a Docker container and then try to run it on top of Balena.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that would be, I think, a further down the road task, though. And the reason is because it would be Rosetta, not Ralph. And
Right.
Ralph is the proving ground. Like we've been talking about, Ed, I know
Yeah.
you're in a lot of those emails anyways with
And
that
make sure it
tool.
actually works. Make sure you get the right results. I mean,
Exactly.
we're doing science. We're not just doing this for
Yeah,
exercise.
exactly. So, I forgot my USB Wi-Fi adapter. I'm gonna have to go get that. But anyways, how far? Let me think.
So you're thinking containerize it and then distribute it through Balena.
Well, so that would be for the small stuff. In your
Right.
particular use case for the big stuff, no. You're
From-
better off doing exactly like you mentioned. What would that be? Perhaps like an Ansible playbook or like a
Ansible playbook, a Terraform plus Cloud Init,
Yep. Something
like that, right? Where you make sure that you have a complete understanding of your dependencies.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it makes sense to run it in containers or not. I don't know how deep the dependencies go. If it's just apt-get install boink.
No, yeah. So it's all statically linked on the Rosetta side. So all you need is apt-get install Blink. There's no dependency. Everything is statically linked to the
Okay.
executable.
That's good to know.
Yep.
Oh, I got to check the time here. I'm on task for something due at the end of my day. So I think I'm going to bounce here and get stuff actually done. um, but David or Sahaj, if you have anything written down as to what to do, even if it's just a sketchy, like fill in the blanks here, I'd love to see any of that.
So I do not yet. I do plan on, I mean, we can certainly get some steps put together. So
Okay.
I know you had mentioned previously you were going to do a blog post. I don't know if that's still the case or not. And if so,
I will be writing one today.
Because I can certainly prove to myself that Boink will run, right?
yeah, that's
It's Boink client.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, just apt-get install Boink.
Install Boink.
Yep.
I think I just managed to crash the RB3.
Yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
Oh, and Boink has a whole mess of installing Boink drags in a whole bunch of stuff, but that's fine.
Yeah, it will bring its dependencies with it, but the
Yep.
point being, it's just one step.
It's just one step.
Install Boink, and then
Yep.
it will do the rest.
Yep. Okay, I'm installing it on my laptop. Because what's WSL good for except for, whoops.
Oh, on the yoga. Yeah.
On the yoga. Yeah, except it didn't like to get Wayland. Let's try that again.
apt-get update. Did anything change?
It probably changed. Let's do an apt-get update.
Oh, that means the RB3 will start all the tasks over again. Shit. Come on. No, well. So I was trying to get the screws in its feet just to test if it works. Like if I can stack it on the high key with the screws that I have, and I ended up missing the 12-volt in connection. Yikes.
Yeah, now I did an update. It's getting what it needs to get. At the sometimes leisurely pace of the yoga doing WSL, because it has a it does not have the speediest file system here, which probably is going to affect compute. Well, how much IO are you doing through this?
Quite a bit, because we saw a fair bit of IO dependent performance impact.
Okay.
Because of the SD card, because it has a database stored that it needs to ping continuously.
Okay. Is it possible to stick that database in the ZRAM or something like that?
If you have your root FS on there, fine, probably.
Okay. Yeah, still installing. And then you have to authenticate to Ralph.
Do need an account there, yes.
Okay. And that's just ralph.bakerlab.org?
Ralph.bakerlab.org. Yeah.
Join Ralph at home. Download the Boink desktop software, which probably won't run on this machine. Maybe.
It will run, it will
32-bit.
not give you any output.
It'll run on 32-bit. Yay!
What shows us 32-bit?
Windows 32-bit.
I'm gonna go
Oh,
get the adapter. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, but I want like right. I want the control system, not the. $30 petaflops per day. Growing at about 1% a day.
mhm.
Boink. Installing.
All right. The next victim for me is this here, Odroid C2.
Ah, nice.
This
Quad
is
quad Core A72s.
it's a little more dated than that. It's
Ah.
quad A53s. It's an AM Logic SoC
Ah, okay.
905, I think is their number, S905.
AM905. Yeah.
Yeah. Now this, all I've done so far is flash Armbian to an SD card. I have not configured anything. So this is a fresh install. See what happens.
Where's Ralph at home?
While that's booting up, I've also powered on another high key. That should give me 8 more cores. Let's get this high key number 2 configured.
So I don't see a way of doing. Hold it. Cancel? No. Ralph.bakelab.org. No new user. Okay. So I'm sure will be a top-selling YouTube celebrity listening to us type.
Oh, you're actually making money right now. You just don't know it.
I just don't
Yeah.
know it. I'm making
Yeah,
money
you-
for myself or for someone else.
For Sahaj, but he
For Sahaj.
he pays out 10%. So
Got it.
I need to figure out what this high key is running. Uh, this high key also has a bad debug cable on it.
which high key is that? The 960?
970.
Oh man.
Okay.
Those are expensive, actually. Those are good.
Yeah.
Those are good boards.
Communicating with project. Project added. Processing suspended. Benchmarks running. Oh, I guess it tries to figure out what kind of machine I have.
Oh. Oh, Buster is 10, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then I might have an issue here. Don't have a Buster.
Do you guys have a team name that this is all going under?
Oh, we are
No.
planning to do it on the Rosetta.
Well, yeah.
not
Right
right now.
now,
Oh,
because
but right now. Okay.
not right now. Not while
right
it's
now.
on the. This is essentially, like we said, their proving ground.
Their
with
proving grounds.
Ralph.
Got it.
So no need for it here.
Okay.
I want to see the other David's reaction when he sees how many cores have come up.
I've lost count on my side. I don't know how many I have. One, two, three, four, five. I'm not really sure.
Okay. Edit packet. Ralph at home. Okay, and then you can use. Okay, so I've got an account set up. On Ralph at home. David, what's your login on this thing? Are you mini notes here
On Ralph,
on Ralph?
my username is just David.
Okay. I see it now.
Okay. High key number 2 is getting deployed right now. H-top, and there we go. All right, there's 8 more cores going.
Okay. All right, I'm set up on Ralph at home. So The administrative piece of what I need to do is done. That was easy.
Yep.
And now I just need to associate my laptop with the compute, and I should be ready to go. So,
yeah, that sounds right.
Okay, should I update this to Buster? Let's see how far I will get. And
okay,
if it
guys, I'm gonna
die,
bounce. I'm gonna
all
bounce
right.
out now to do the next thing. But thank you for your help. Really excited to see this, and really looking forward to eating up a bunch of cores.
Absolutely. All right. Have a good rest of the
All right.
day, Ed.
Take care. See you guys.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Yeah, I'll just probably show this as well. I'm just upgrading system to Buster. Not sure how well it will take it, but I don't want to go through the whole install process on the high key 970 right now.
Is that pretty bad, that process?
I don't think there's an upstream build, so I'll have to go through the whole build the kernel stage. I mean, I can do that, but for the time while we are proving.
I just realized I'll need a serial console to bring up this Odroid C2 since it's unconfigured.
So the RB3 is running out of memory.
How much does that have? 8?
4.
4?
I'm worried about the temps on the high key 970 because this thing gets hot.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have... I mean, it's got a heat sink, but it doesn't have any active cooling, right? No.
So I think the 970 will be fine because this has 6 gigs of memory.
Oh, that's... Yeah, so that'll be good then.
Needs to download around 600 megabytes.
Let's see here, 0.193. Okay, the newly deployed high key is underway. All right. So now I need to get a serial console. Let me go grab one. I'll be back in a second.
Going to disconnected.
Okay.
My Boeing 2 machine just keeps killing the Boeing client.
Memory.
Probably.
Can't remember which pins are the UART on this Odroid. Ground RXTX.
Ed's bringing the really big guns.
Yeah, he is.
The UFS on the IK970 is also very fast.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah, look at that go.
Yeah. Just needs a lot of cooling, that's all. The heatsink is, I cannot touch it and it's not even doing a lot.
Sheesh. Do you have any extra small CPU fans or anything laying around you could just sort
I
of...
I have huge fans that I will be blowing air over it, but like it needs that surface area. And I can't seem to find. I think I have something around. Hmm. I only have this one, just like really, really small. I have a broken voltage regulator that can pry this heatsink off.
Oh, might be better than nothing.
Yep.
Okay, just got my serial
Uh-oh.
console working.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot I never expanded the root FS on this thing. It has this weird root FS issue. Shit, well, I need
What's
to.
wrong with it? Why? What does
So
it
it
have?
has this root FS issue where it needs to boot from a separate partition in order to get the full UFS size instead of the actual system partition.
So it can't. So it can't be the active part. It can't handle resizing an active or
No, no,
like
no.
the
Yeah, because
root.
it's like, yeah, you cannot delete that partition and grow the current one. Oh, so even like, so I think it was SDD13 that was supposed to boot from.
13 partitions.
Mm-hmm. The problem is if I get that wrong, um, I'll have to re-flash everything.
Oh boy.
And it doesn't have fdisk installed. Oh, Good, it has it actually has Partex. So system is SD12 and is 4.6 gigs, and user data is SSD15, that is 24 gigs. So 15 is the one we need to boot from. Now, if I remember correctly, I had something flashed on SSD15. Now, if I reboot it, it should work. Huh. All right. That also has like display manager and stuff on it. Huh. Oh, so the the build on STD15 seems to be updated.
Is that straight from who makes that? LaMaker or who? Well, LaMaker produces it, but is that High Silicon's build or is that Lenoro's build that you're
So
running?
Lemaker has partnered up with like sort of a third party
Yeah.
company. And they do that. Not sure if it even booted from the correct one. Nope. No, it didn't. It didn't. Shit. Mm. I did add. I think I'll have to build the image according to that. I have to do a full kernel build. Yeah, see, it encodes the root
Yikes.
FS. It encodes the root FS
Yeah.
here
Yep.
while building it using the mkboot image command.
Yep. You got to redo it.
You know what? Let's. Oh, I'll have to copy this all over. It's on my NAS drive, so I have to copy it all over. Otherwise, it will have issues building it. Oh well.
Yikes.
Yeah, Seattle just has no memory issues. So it's on 8 cores. It's taking like 4 gigs, 4.5 gigs.
So it's a little over 2 gigs per core then.
No,
Wait,
a
4?
little over 0.5 megabyte. Well,
Well,
0.5 gigs.
yeah. I went backwards on that. Yeah. All the way around. Which is good to know then for some of the smaller boards, whether you can only get away with 1 or 2 at a time then.
You have to also keep in mind with the 50% memory limit that you add to it, because then if you have a 1 gig board, it's not going to run 2 tasks, it's just going to run 1 task.
That's true too. I wonder if the university, I wonder if they are realizing what we've been doing all day. Here.
What did a This will take a while. I mean, I don't know if I will continue.
Well, I got 12 more cores deployed. So that was a success.
Yeah.
I'll go get some lunch and
Yep.
get these kids situated. All right. It sounds good. Let me know.
All right.
Let me know if that's a success.
Yeah, I will. I'll probably end the stream right now as well. Get something to eat, and I will see you soon.
Okay. Sounds good. Bye,
Yeah.
everybody.
All right. Bye, everyone.
See ya.